Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Higgs coming at you. A little midday money on a Friday, December the 16th. Welcome on into the show. Hope everybody's off to a nice, happy Friday. We have Bahama Bowl action underway already. Gotta love seeing a nice summery beach to start the day, right? I mean, wherever you are, maybe it's kind of cold in most parts of the U.S. So seeing a nice Bahama beach, probably a good little thing. So like, subscribe, ring the bell. Real fast, in the comments already. I posted those on Bookie Blasters and Max Wagers because tomorrow no more on those channels. I can post over there. So you can come over to win a free picks. You can hit Believe and find wherever. Apple, Amazon, Spotify, iHeart, all your podcasting. Now that is not live. Those watching on a replay, if you're on the Believe network there, it is I loaded up after the fact, so it's not midday money, it's 1 o'clock money or 10 o'clock money, wherever you are on the flat earth, it's a different time. It's not the midday money live show. Live shows, it's here. Win a free pick 7 days a week. Look headlines, Sunday nights. It's here. I'll load it up to Believe, and it'll be all on the streaming apps there or podcast apps, whatever they're called. But otherwise, it'll be right here for you. Now, before we get into the show, like I said, so now we have I guess, it's just not an official show, but I got some levels to get it out there for other people to hear. So I want to kind of have continuity before we come in. We just jump right into all the picks and that. But you know what? Now there's newer folks listening. Who the heck's this cat? What's going on here? So we're gonna we'll start. I guess I'll start with my rant of the day at the the 225 mark here with my rant. So we'll start. You see the headset's back. Headset is back because my mic fell off. I got this giant arm boom here. I must have hit it on my elbow. I don't even know. Next thing I know, it's on the ground. It's broken. It's an expensive mic. On top of I tried to have the arm boom that connected to the desks. It didn't fit right. I ordered another one. Did not fit right either. I looked. It said it would fit my desk. Now my desk kind of have a curvature to it. It's not a flat and these little hooks. Whatever. I'm down 2 arm bars. My mic breaks. I brought this heavy duty. I could club a rhinoceros with the base of my microphone stand. Broken. And then I didn't even bring this up the other day. Just that Believe threw out this photo of me on there. Welcome to Believe. Now, we're going to share the photo. Look, out of Tim's like, it looks like you didn't know your phone's working. You took a picture of yourself. Look at this freak. Look at this photo of me. That's not today. I know I got a little stubble going today. Look, do I look like my wife's like, what's wrong with you? I said, what? Forget about the fact that on winner free picks, I have a couple hundred videos, picks and parlays, a couple hundred videos. Sean Higgs YouTube, 1,000. Like, there's literally, I'm going to say a couple thousand videos. I've been doing videos for over a decade. So let's go through if I do a video a day for a year. How many are there? All right. Besides, okay, take it off, Tim, because I'm gonna remove you from the chat permanently. Keep that on there. Like, how you could just use my profile pic on Twitter, right? You could ask me. You sent me here. Go buy this microphone. Here's a couple outlets you want to use for some sound and this and that. I got a bunch of emails to. You couldn't ask me for a better photo. Believe? No, you couldn't do that for me. I mean, it's really me. I got a new phone and I took a picture of myself and somehow I uploaded it to social media. That's what that looks like. Oh, there you go. That's my morning rant. And we're gonna have another rant a little bit after the recap of this show. So let's do a quick little recap here. I'll put the I guess I'll put the pics will be in the chat. The pics are scrolling for those watching live. The podcast people are gonna have to wait a minute here. So recapping yesterday's games. Not perfect for me. And I'll do the recap. We'll talk about the my premiums and what we had in chat. So college hoops yesterday, I went 0-2. I had Irvine and Clara. Dropped them both, 169 and 140. Still 54.5%. Not bad, plus 1546. But I didn't get there. And there's going to be those out there going to say 54.5% is not good. All right. In the real world, people who bet for a living, you bet 300 games and 54.5% is excellent. They're all sides, they're totals. They are what they are. NFL, never in doubt, San Francisco. We did have the under in the chat here. We'll talk about that in a minute when we get into today's action. But 98 and 56 now for the NFL in the season, 64+% there. And I tweet out, I mentioned it in here. Someone mentioned more reasons to like Seattle. No, Debo Samuel's out. It's a rookie quarterback on the road. It's a short week. There's game film. What are you doing? Walker's back for Seattle. Oh my goodness, the sky's falling. Seattle has to win this game. Who said? I told somebody yesterday. Poop in one hand and hope for Seattle win the other. See which one fills up first. I hope you got some nice lemon zest, or it's Christmas time. You can find some nice peppermint twist at Bath and Body Works to rub on your hands, because that your poopy hope hand is disgusting. And that's that. That is your recap. We'll get into today's picks right now and what we have going on here in the chat. And I'm not going to rehash all the numbers. You see them on the screen. We just talked about them. NFL now, well, I'll hit this because we had a winner yesterday. So 39-35. We're still down 230 in the video. It is what it is. College hoops yesterday, no play in the video. I loaded up 4 today. All 4 of these games, I bet they're all premium games. And we're 56 and, excuse me, I was looking at college. Oh, no, it's college basketball. 56 to 48 plus 205. So we're plus money in the video. We're plus money on the year. And I got to tell you, every game I got here, they all moved in opposite directions. See, Georgetown plus 10.5. It was 11 last night. Gulf Coast, I got them at plus 4. They're 4.5 this morning. Missouri State was 9.5 last night. They're 8 this morning. Poly last night was 5. Now they're 4. So could I be wrong on all these? I'm confident in my games here. Georgetown I was iffy on last night, and then I saw it moved a little bit. I'm like, I got to come with the Hoyas. I know they look bad. A lot of times, though, that's when they're huge 10-point favorites. They're not laying 10 today. We're taking some points here from Javier, the X-Men here, Xavier. So I'll take the points there. Gulf Coast is a team I like. I'm happy with that number there. Missouri State was 1. Again, I had circled. I'm looking at this number. I'm like, man, I think this, was, again, 9.5. I thought this would be more of a 7-8. It's down to 8. It's not the best number there, but Oral Roberts, a team I like. I understand, but sometimes you go against them. I'm getting a number. I got 8.5 on one side, 8 on the other. I'll take it. And Poly, the team was just playing a little better lately. I'm going to take them here. Weber is a team that those who've been better for a while kind of like Weber. It's a pretty solid program. This year, not as much, though. Lost a bunch of starters. Give me Cal Poly Slow Mustangs. Let's go Cal Poly. College football. I do have UAB was one of my 22 bowl games I bet today. I got them -9 in the Bahamas Bowl. But for the chat here, I'm going to go over to 56 in Troy. Now, we'll talk about this game in a minute here going forward. We'll talk about most of the bowl games. So, but that's that. NBA winner yesterday on Houston, 15 and 15, -135 in the video. Hockey loser Edmonton, or 11-18, -407. Down now in hockey. We're down a couple units in hockey. It happens. Puck lines are not falling for us. Not falling for us is what I should say. Twitter, Mr. Sean Higgs, if you want to give it a follow. All these picks are on the Twitter universe. Come on over. See a nice picture of me. A little better photo than the one they shot out of me. But what am I gonna do with that photo? Someone said, I forgot who it was. They're talking about like totals in the NFL and this and that. And now I wrote it down somewhere. Where's my guy? Did I get? Oh, here we go. And just on the year, because it was to the effect of, "Oh my goodness, I can't believe San Fran won," and uh, it was just a conversation that people were having. I just kind of noticed it on my followers or people I follow. I forget who exactly it was. And I was like, oh, let me see how my totals are. And I actually tweet out, I'm like, my totals on the NFL are 25 and 11, 69%. Not a huge amount, but profitable. College football, 27-19, profitable, almost 59%. And then I saw my buddy Dave Tooley, View from Vegas on Twitter. Good follow. Always puts up all kinds of stats and trends for the year. So favorites on the NFL season, 131-72, leading away, but dogs are cashing out at 54.3%. All right. Which is a solid percent. Again, your novice bettors, your newer bettors are going to be like, "Oh, that's 54%." What do you see people talk about hitting 70, 80%, these ridiculous numbers that aren't attainable or maintainable to keep that up. Under is 55.6%. And again, I hate like coming and like pat myself on the shoulder and be like, well, I'm having a great year. But I see because I like my dogs, and unders, I'm an under guy, so 55%, and I'm a little better than that. But the dogs at 54 and my number, sometimes, and I've said it before here, it's not really betting one side of things like all dogs, all favorites, all overs, unders, money lines, with the puck lines, whatever. You got to be able to kind of mix and match, use your gut a little bit. The numbers are one thing. Sometimes you got to be like, I think this is going to happen. We do look at lines, and I tell you games I bet on a Saturday, Sunday for next week because I think something's going to happen on a Sunday or Monday this week, which will move that line. So don't blindly just kind of bet things. I know people love to come and, oh, here's a huge, you know, money line parlay or all favorite parlay. We could talk about the NBA essay. Yesterday's NBA we talked about in the chat. There were 4 games. Houston covered. Memphis, Milwaukee. Memphis crushed them. Utah Jazz outright over New Orleans. Suns over Clippers. Everybody's like, oh, the Clippers. Suns have been playing bad, but where they were.
To be fair with the Clippers game, all the starters got ruled out for the Clippers. So there was no Kawhi, there was no PG, there was no Reggie Jackson, no Zubac.
That's for them. That's the Clippers. I mean, Kawhi's played like 3 games the last 2 years. This guy.
Yeah, I didn't expect everybody to be out last night. So that kind of hurt me.
They went from a favorite to a 7-point dog.
Exactly.
And they still lost by 15 points.
Yes, they did.
Mm-hmm. And you wonder why I say people getting involved in the NBA a day ahead of time. And I say this, I do the videos on picks parlays with Lenny or Hannah or Allie or whoever. And I'm like, we do the videos the night before in NBA. How the heck? I don't like doing NBA the same day. Prime example. There you go. Stop running bet the NBA. NBA, for me, and it's not even for me because I don't do it. Live bet the NBA. Teams down big, maybe making a run the comeback quarter, whatever. Stop it. NBA is my least favorite to bet on.
Stop it in the NBA. Also, make sure you guys check out my new show on Picks and Parlays, Balling Out with Tim Earl, breaking down the NBA card every single day. So make sure you guys check that out as well.
You got a new show, Balling Out? You're doing a new video, Balling Out?
Yes. Me and Craig were talking back and forth, and we decided try to do like an NBA show, which will eventually transition into a baseball when that season comes around, and just have a show every day breaking down the slates. Like a quick, like rapid fire, but daily.
Yeah. I mean, listen, for the basketball one's got to be later in the day. It has to be. You can't do that at 9, 10 in the morning, 2 o'clock.
No, I did it last night.
It's got to be like 6, 7 o'clock. You have to do it at night.
No, I did it last night and recorded and posted it this morning at 9 a.m.
Yeah. Balling Out. I like it. Good title. Oh, okay. So it is, and I gotta. So I grabbed a local little paper. Went to the Subway yesterday. Kids wanted a quick little sandwich for dinner. So this is called the Fort Bend Spotlight. Again, I put these photos on Twitter, and those watching on the live stream. Hopefully you get a kick out of it if you don't follow me on Twitter. This is an actual like folded out paper. I'm going to try to hide the phone numbers and stuff. I don't want people calling, but all right, this is one of the little ads on the paper here. I'm not chubby. I'm insulated, and winter's coming. I'm prepared. Funny, right? I saw that. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty funny. I'm going to cut that out. Maybe put that on a shirt, right? Kind of makes you laugh, right? It's a good one. She said she wanted a man that could take her breath away. So I farted. Now she won't speak to me. What? Funny. I got a kick out of it.
I like that one. I like
That's
that
pretty
one.
good. How about this one? I got to fold it over again. I'm trying to keep all the phone numbers out of it. I'm definitely not the type of woman that will allow you to push her around. Unless I'm drunk and I'm in a cart at Walmart. That would be fun. And she's like, got like a martini glass. What is that? What is that? And the last, but definitely not least of these things. Mary had a little skirt. It split right up the sides. And everywhere that Mary went, the boys could see her thighs. She also had another skirt. It split right to front. She never wore that one. Fun little haiku. Haiku Friday. Send your haikus to me. And this is the Fort Bend Spotlight. I guess it's why it's free. I don't know. Maybe I should put my thing in here. Oh, this is a good one. See, this is something I'd say. I think this is kind of funny. We'll wrap it up with this. I don't want to brag, but when I get naked in this bathroom, the shower usually gets turned on. It's like these are almost as bad as some of my dad jokes. Anyway, so that's that. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. All right. I guess we could start talking about what everybody wants to talk about here. Let's get it. I put up some stuff in the, again, Max Wagers, Bookie Blasters will be going offline there tomorrow. Michael's in the house. Good morning. Again, you go to I put the link in there for Believe and give it a follow. It's all over the place. Come say hello. Michael swept the board yesterday. Great job, Michael. Take it. Richie P, welcome. I appreciate you hitting the like button. Thank you, my friend. Rant away. You know who's coming. Tate, you know who's coming in. NBA for Michael today. Let's get to it. I did write down some NBA for what I kind of looked a little bit for today. I just had to find it in front of me. Where is it? I know I wrote it down somewhere. I have so many. I got my little papers all over the place. Here's my bowls. Yeah. Dirt. So Raptors +2 is a home doggy for Michael. Off 3 losses, and that's 4-game win streak against bad teams. So this one, to me, I sort of looked at it, thought about it. People going to be on the Nets. I passed it. Pistons 6 versus the Kings at home. See, this line's on the way up. It was 5. It was 5.5. Now it's 6. No, thank you. So my NBA leans say yesterday. What did we say? Charlotte, OKC. Excuse me. Yesterday was Houston, Memphis, Utah, Sun. Today, I like Charlotte here. It's -3 now against Atlanta. It was 2.5, and it's up to 3. Give me some Oklahoma City tonight against Minnesota, -2.5. Again, it was at 2 when I wrote this down. And the Lakers. Those would be my 3 NBA today. Don Players in the house. Welcome. Don's always changing his photo. OKC Thunder. Yes, Hitman. I just said it. Yeah. Like the little wire jack in the back, like bent and won't go in. I go on the site to see if I go to. I'm like, always like, well, just call him and have him replace it. I'm like, no, I'll wear this for a while. I'm just annoyed. I'm just annoyed. Got Delaware 8.5 versus Prince of Manhattan versus Central Connecticut. Yeah, that Manhattan line. I got the question mark next to it. I listen. Should they win this one by like 6, 7, 8 points? Manhattan. I just can't pull the trigger on it. And I'm ugly. Hi. We showed the face. Where's the picture, Tim? Bring in my ugly face. Bring it in. I don't mind ugly. Look at this.
Hold on. I took it off, so I
Oh,
have
dude,
to.
that's all right. Don't worry about it.
I have to go all the way. Yeah, I have.
Don't worry
Yeah,
about it. That's fine.
Yep.
I don't mind, but this one here, I can't do it, Michael, which I can't. Delaware, I thought about the little blue hens there. This was an 8 last night. I thought about, listen, you see the dogs. I got 3 dogs today, so I definitely thought about some dogs. Coming up in the world, I remember when the show didn't even have a name. Yes, it have a mascot, official channel, and Tim. Yes, right. We were thinking of a name, although the llamas have been replaced. This one's a little dark. It's like a Christmas tree, so it's kind of. I should probably put the llama back up. Christmas tree's a little too dark here. But the snow Christmas farmhouse, I put them up. My daughter was like, "Why'd you put those up? They weren't for you." I was like, "Oh, well, I'm gonna leave them up for the weekend, and I'll put the llamas back." Man, I need a Christmas llama. Yeah, we didn't have a show name. It was just kind of like we're talking about conference tournament games every morning. I'm like, we got to come up with a name. I don't know what we're gonna call it. Then it was like, are you gonna do baseball? I'm like, I love baseball. Why don't we stay? We did not have a name. That's right. We got a lot of the regulars. We kept a lot of people, and I see some when I pop into Tim's room or um, the Morning Woods. Sometimes I see some other folks in there. I don't know if people just move on or it was more they were home because of uh, COVID and were online. But some people have lost. We've lost some of the originals, and it's definitely not for a putting in bad games in here. That's definitely not the case. NBA, Michael, Tim from Michael.
All right. I will say I'm a sucker for pain. I went back to the Bulls versus the Knicks. They just played each other 2 days ago. The Knicks won in overtime. I took Bulls today -2.5. The Toronto Raptors are at home. I took them. The Dallas Mavericks are at home. I took them. I took the over in the Atlanta-Charlotte game. I got it at 233. Now it's sitting at 240. So I got a really good number on that one. I took the under in the Golden State game because Curry is out for several weeks, and I think Thompson's out as well today. And then I am on the Nuggets because when I look at sports, the Lakers, the Yankees, the Maple Leafs, and the Cowboys all are beloved by just everybody. And we always joke about, if it wasn't the Yankees, if it was a different team, this wouldn't be a -190, it would be a -150 or whatever. Oh, there's a Laker tax, there's a Maple Leaf tax, a Yankee tax, a Cowboy tax. That's why I think the line's that close. I grabbed the Nuggets on the road.
Tim, not a bad season. 135 and 111 plus $27. Not too bad.
Yep.
For your NBA this season.
I'm happy.
But I mean, you were like, I'm going to take these home dogs. You've been following it. You're like, I'm going to grab these little home dogs. They've been covering and went outright. I'm going to grab them. And then since you like every day, I think you're probably going like 4-1, 3-2, 1-2. I mean, you're not getting crushed taking these dogs.
I haven't had a. Now that being said, I have 6 plays up on the site here, 7 plays up on the site today. I'm going to go 2 and 5 now because I'm saying this, but no, I haven't had a day that's absolutely crushed me. I haven't had an over day in a while. I jinxed my. Anyways,
that's why I don't like talking about NFL. I'm like, I'm having a good season. Like I didn't want to rub in San Fran last night, but I wanted to bring it up on.
Yes,
Twitter.
San Fran last night. Let's go.
Daily best bets with Team Money in the house. Welcome. And Tim, yeah, he's got that. You got a mascot, a show name, and Tim.
And a Tim.
A Tim.
A Tim. You have a Tim.
College football teaser: Miami O and over UTSA in the over. Miami O in the over. You're looking. It's 10-0. That's you need some points here, and hopefully it's by UAB because I got UAB. I need UAB to start putting up some more points here.
I have Miami of Ohio, so that's kind of rough.
Now, so I understand taking Miami, Ohio. You're getting double digits. You got 6-6 teams. UAB totally underperformed. But the Miami offense, where has it been also? Like, here we are. Are they just going to kind of show up and have an offense here? I mean, this is going to be close. This game's going to be like a 24 kind of 10. Am I going to get backdoored? UTSA in the over. This line flipped. It was, this place it was like a pick 'em. In fact, I'll tell you what it was because I wrote them all down when the lines came out and when I started betting them. So San Antonio was a 2.5 point opener. It came down. It went back up. I think it's around 3 right now also. Total was a 54. Again, I'm on the over. It's here in the chat. It was 56, 56 and a half, 57, around those numbers. It is what it is. Going with the Hoyas. Talk about ugly dog. Yeah, but I mean, if you look at the Hoyas, and I did because I waited till today to bet them, and I hate doing that kind of stuff. You, as a fate, they were a little dog versus Syracuse, got ran out of the building. Siena, as a fave, they covered. As a fave versus South Carolina, loser. Huge doggy. They covered Texas Tech, right? They didn't cover versus Baltimore by a point. Lost by American. But these are all spots where we're like, let's take American. We thought about taking NBC in that matchup. The LaSalle game, they covered that. I think we're kind of set. We're like, wow, Georgetown's bad. You see the Coppin game to start. So immediately 20-point fave, losing by 10. You're like, this team's bad. Then they don't cover 17 again. They're bad. Then, Northwestern, as a little dog, they lose on the road. But, I don't think they're as bad. It's not like Louisville bad. Even if you want to put like the way Florida State started, I think we're getting a little value here. Like South Carolina getting run out. I think they're a little better than that. I'm hoping they are. I mean, I got them. Yeah, bro, with the photos. I'm on to you, Don. I'm on to you in your little messages here, although I don't know what it is. But I noticed the change. Pelicans, they were even covering the extended line and blew it. I told you that Jazz, it just looked a little fishy. Raptors money line tonight versus Brooklyn. I wouldn't mind taking the Raptors tonight. They're home. They're good at home, 10-4, and it's the Nets. Can the Nets wet the bed like a toddler? Yeah, they can. Don, no good yesterday. Let's ride. We need a good weekend. Yeah, a couple losers on the college basketball. And, the Claire, I don't mind losing the Seattle game. I see Seattle as a fave last night. I got them at a pick 'em. They were a favorite over a Pac-12 team. I'm going to play that. That's like an auto play. The Claire one, Irvine's been playing better. Claire is a team I think is a good club. Maybe I should have stayed off that. But it is what it is, Don. I mean, I talk about when you pick and choose any sport, you're going to grab one game, not another. You got to take them. The thing is, once, you build up a little bankroll, you lose one, it is what it is. It's not just one, we got to take them as they roll out. Going on the ice. 3 games on the ice today, all big kind of faves. Richie's dogging up with the Blues. Oh, against the Flames. Flames struggle. You know what? Well, I don't want to say puck line because the puck lines have not been good to miss. They started out okay. I started out on good hockey season. I cannot catch a hockey total or a puck line right now. And the Yotes money line at home. I don't mind that. I could see the Islanders losing here today. I could see that happening. And even Calgary. I mean, heck, you want to take Chicago, although that's a little tougher one. But the other 2 teams haven't been streaking. So good luck to you, Richie. On to next week, NFL Survivor. Thank you, Niners. Never in doubt, San Fran. Speaking of NFL, I want your thoughts on KC Texans under. Third straight road game. Texans lost Pierce. Yes. I was looking at this total myself. Where are the points coming from? You hit the nail on the head. Is Kansas City scoring 35 to 45 here? And we saw a high scoring game last week at Dallas. You knew that was coming. An in-state game. Dallas they're gonna Dallas things up. That's what they do. That was a predictable outcome there. is Kansas City going to want to run it up and drop a 40-something spot here? Right? That is the question. Are they scoring 44 to get this game over? I don't think so. I mean, what do they got? What do they have on deck here? They have Seattle on deck for Christmas at home. I know they gave up points. The last couple games they gave up points. Denver, who saw that coming? I didn't. I had the under. Cincinnati game. Well, we like Cincinnati in here. That's not shocking. The Houston offense now, no Pierce, still backup quarterbacks. So 23 versus Dallas, okay. That's an outlier. That's what we expected. 14, 15, 10, 16, 17, 10. 20 at Vegas. 13, Jacksonville. So they're going to score what? 14 points? You're still going to need a 40, 35, 40 points here to get over, I think. I mean, I like the under. This morning I added 2 unders. I added Jets under and Bills under. Marcos hit a like button. I appreciate it. Hey, Craig. Hey, Brandon. How are you? Hey, Brian. How are you doing today? Clippers.
Hey, that's Brad. That's Brad.
Clippers about the Heat and notorious for late roster moves and their stars sit more than Catholic Church. Listen, the Clippers, Kawhi, how many games he's played the last 2 years? And the Heat, I'm done with the Heat, and I like the team. We're doing pretty good, Brandon. Brandon, I'm thinking about going to the Texans game. My daughter wants to go see Kansas City play this weekend. So we're trying to get some tickets. I don't know where to go. I guess I got to go to SeatGeek or something. StubHub, I don't even know. Do they even have scalpers anymore? Woke up to Die Hard. Yes. It's on TV right now. Great Christmas movie. Now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho. I don't care. You can rip this place apart. We just have to find the detonators. That's my Hans Gruber. Still ways to crush the NBA, but live betting that's the only way, I think, Dale. I mean, I come in, I do pregame betting, side total ahead of time. It is what it is. I'm definitely not running into a player prop at noon on a Tuesday in here to give out. No, thank you. Delaware versus Princeton. And who's that? Dartmouth, San Fran? Or St. Francis? South Florida? I got to light out.
You got to understand the language of Marcos.
Yeah, but SF could be. I just had to look at the schedule. That's why. I didn't know who was playing today.
I know. We had a conversation about how I speak multiple languages during our shows, whether it's English, Marcos, or Lex. I kind of learn it. I'm still trying to learn Brad, but we're working on it.
So Delaware Princeton, I lean a little Delaware. Did not bet it. Dartmouth, South Florida. But this was a 10.5 in the afternoon. It was 11.5 last night. What is it now? What is South Florida laying here now? Still 11.5. I mean, again, it was 10.5. $59 at BC's what? Third straight road game. Boston down to Florida. UCF big win over Northern Iowa, which we said, right? We said take them there over Northern Iowa. You know what? I want to lean dog here. But this is, I mean, why? And I say this before. Like, what draws you to that game? Like, what draw? I'm shocked. The funny thing is, I'm shocked there hasn't been a Marquette Creighton. Right? I'm sure everybody's in there like, you got to take Creighton. You got to take. Nobody said that game. We're getting Dartmouth and South Florida. Which subway did I go to? The one near my home, off of 1093. Lane, love the Cal Poly. We like a little Mustang action. Hopefully it wins, Lane. I need a winner. I had 2 losers last night. I thought you made that up. I saw that on Twitter. No, it's real, Richie. It was a real paper. I mean, where did I throw it? I just threw it on the ground. It's real. Fort Bend Spotlight. I'm going to start putting ads in there. Thoughts on Creighton Marquette? Here we go. Finally, a Creighton thing. This game to me screams Marquette only because Creighton is played so poorly, and they're a young team. And I said this the other day, right? We faded we faded Creighton there. We had Arizona State. They're young. They started good. Had some good battles. Maybe they're working through some things here. We've seen Marquette play well at home, knock off some teams. Lay it with Marquette. Chicago State for Southern Illinois. I'm a Saluki guy. Do I like laying 15? No, but if you're asking me who I'd bet, it would be Southern Illinois. Rockets lost again yesterday. Yeah, they did. Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
They cover the spread, though.
I was going to say, you know what? Yeah, we had them yesterday at +4. I know the line moved a little bit, but it was what it was. Let me get back to the comment. Oh, my goodness. I messed up the comment section. Where is it? Oh, my. Where did it go? Something remind me of Andrew Dice Clay, right? The little haikus there. Funny. Bills -7 on Saturday, Eric. Well, we could have had them at 6.5 when the line opened up. Third straight road game for Miami. Revenge spot Buffalo. Miami in the cold. I'm not loving it.
Not to mention about 6 to 7 inches worth of snow.
Listen, lake effect snow, you could get that. It could be nothing. It could be a dusting. My brother's up there. Sometimes like nothing, no snow in the forecast. He wakes up, there's 4 feet of snow. Some days they say, here comes the snow, there's nothing. I'm not worried about it. I still think Bills in the under. Funny, right? Right, Canes? Right? Hockey. Scott's coming in with some hockey. Let's look at some hockey. 3 hockey games. Minnesota Wild first period, -0.5 a goal over Chicago. Why not? I mean, even money to score on Chicago when they're a 4.30 favorite. Yes, let's do it. Let's do it. I just, these are some things I could put in the chat, and not that would pad the stats. It has to win, obviously, but some people don't really bet first periods, first quarters, first periods, first halves, whatever the case would be. This one I like myself. I might jump on this with you there, Scott. I mean, beat up Chicago. You're a 4.40 fave. This should be 2-0 going into the second period.
So Blackhawks outright.
You think? I know I can't.
I mean, at the number that it's
right
I don't believe that any team should be a -400 favorite over anybody.
Even if it's, but I mean, like you said, they're -430, and them to score a goal, right? Chicago's terrible.
Yeah.
So basically, you're saying they just have to score here and take a 1-0 lead. Like you're thinking, is Chicago scoring a goal every period?
Maybe. I don't know.
How come the over 6 if they think Chicago's going to score every period? So Chicago's going to shut out Minnesota is what they're telling you.
No.
Like it's even money. How's it not? How's that? That's should be the head scratcher is that it's even money. Celtics first quarter against Orlando, 4.5. I want to say I want to lean Orlando. 4 straight wins for them, playing a little bit, pep in the step, as they say. And now what? We're in a back-to-back versus the Magic again here. This is another back-to-backs for the Magic. They played Toronto twice. Now they're playing Boston twice. I do like the ice one a little more just because it's even. But on the same token, like we just said, it looks a little at a half. So you're telling me this has to go over because Chicago's scoring in every period. Bonnie's at home versus Gulf Coast. I already bet Gulf Coast. It's in the chat. Or it was in the chat. We lost it in the chat. We got Gulf Coast right there. It's down to 3.5. I'm happy about that. I guess I saw a 4.5, or I was a little worried my line was going the wrong way. What's wrong with the Rockets yesterday? We had to read and rewatch it. You don't have to watch it. You just bet it and forget it and cash your ticket, Brandon. That's what we do. Nuggets in Brooklyn today. Oh, T Money's going square. Here we go. Let's go public, T Money. Thumbs up from him, man. Speaking of Cowboys, what's up with that line? What do people bet on Jags for? They crushed the Titans. Exactly. Eagles on deck, and this is what we said. Dallas, and I thought Dallas would. Two things would be happening in the Dallas game. It's 24-20, or Dallas wins 34-10, and they look great. And Tennessee, and I had Tennessee there. I thought Tennessee would win. They crushed Tennessee. The line comes down. I mean, listen, I still like Dallas here. I know they got the Eagles on deck. This is what you do. If you think that's much of a thing, you take the Bears and all the points, and you take the Jags, and you hopefully go 2-0. You split, or you think Dallas and the Eagles are that good, and you're going to get right before they play each other for Christmas. I took Miami, Ohio plus 11. Scary betting on MAC teams. I'll take double digits. I'll probably go over. There's a lot of things out there with taking double-digit dogs or just dogs in general. Obviously, if you're taking a dog, you grab a little maybe money line if you like it, right? I mean, I understand that. But again, as I was saying about the NFL and totals and unders and favorites and dogs and over, whatever the case may be, you can't just say, I'm going to do this and think you're going to make money. Does not work that way. Does not work. You get it. You see a double-digit dog, 6-6 teams. Like, I got a shot here. Let's go. Markel's in the house. Welcome. Any thoughts on Creighton Marquette? I got to take Marquette here. If you're asking me, I would bet Marquette. Creighton's in a little bit of a funk, and we don't bet on teams that bust out of things. They're young. They're playing through some things. We've seen Marquette win at home. Marquette is tough at home. Shaka Smart's a good coach. And I think he'll have something up his sleeve here against the Blue Jays. Dave saying hello. Welcome, Dave. Sixers spread's going up. A lot of guys out for Golden State. And as Tim likes to say, we fade the injury report. This one, no, I'm not interested in laying, double digits here. What's it, 9.5 now? Yeah. Can Philly win by 15? It's not a problem. I'm not. This is why I don't love betting the NBA and don't want to bet the NBA. KC is scoring 26.5 points a game. That's all I need. Yeah, I'm going to probably take the under in this Kansas City game. Texans playing Sunday. Yeah, they're playing Kansas City at home. My kids want to go. Question eggs. Where's the big booty Latina for Christmas? Zeroing on Eddie. Yeah, my son needs a big booty Latina for Christmas. He wanted. It's the only thing I didn't get him on his list. Raptors stink. I don't know if we're going to go that far. Especially when they win today. Here comes the pen for T-Money. T-Money. Nets.
Yes, Raptors suck. They just lost at home to the Kings. Oh, they are so bad. Yeah, outright today in a rout.
It's Brad. The NBA's good to me so far. Good. Take it, Markel. I'm not going to hate anybody making money in the NBA. I personally don't like it. I give you my thoughts on it. Sometimes they win. Sometimes it loses. I tell you when I put my own money on it, and I have 19 times, I'm 10-9 plus 335. And that's that. I'm not taking anything. Especially, I'm not going to take anything after I've given out some winners and have them bet on myself or put them in the chat or put them on the site. I'm definitely not going to run to bet them after I've hit a couple. Cal Poly, yes, we like the Mustangs. Ride Mustangs. Player props, the way of the future. Sailing 3-4 years, props going to be more popular than sides of totals, but I don't think is a good thing. Yeah, people like their props. I don't mind. Enjoy your props. And the books will catch up on those too. And you're not going to catch me on those because I'm just not a juice layer, T-Money. I'm going to take this only 145, 150, 170, and no, thanks. I'll stick to my sides and totals. I've been making money for 25 years on side and totals. I'll make money for another 25 years on side and totals. especially if they're going to concentrate on props. No problem, my friend. And maybe that's why you hit 65% in the NFL, because they're all worried about player props and fantasy props and stuff like that. So, what are you guys going to say they'll be watching on TV? We don't watch games on TV. We watch Emmett Otter's Drug Band Christmas, Die Hard. I like the Reacher series. I like Jericho when it was on Netflix. I canceled Netflix. They got rid of Jericho. No more Netflix. Yes, Tim, learn it, he says.
I'm trying to learn the language of Brad. Yes, I learned how to speak Marcos and his abbreviations.
What's it say as a Crane injured player? Listen, it doesn't make a difference to me. If the guy's hurt, he's going to play. He's not 100%, number one. So doesn't make a difference to me. The fact the way they've just been playing lately, Bill, I'm not going to run and bet a team that's not playing good against a team that plays exceptionally well at home, that has already knocked off teams at home. Golden Eagles. I feel like people like player props so much because a lot of people new to betting are all over Prize Picks and other stuff like that. Yeah, well, it's easy when you have a favorite player and you could say, I want this guy to score. It's all player props is basically fantasy sports betting, right? So for a guy like me who's a side guy, a total guy, player propping, I'm not looking to do player props, like, because then I'm hoping that somebody goes off for 100 yards, but then I need another team to not do anything, and I'm sure. Give me my side, give me my total. Now, if I like a side with a team, do I would be more inclined or likely to bet on one of their players to get a player prop? Yeah, I mean, I try to do that in the show here sometimes with. Monday night games or Thursday nights, kind of come in with a player prop every once in a while for people. That's, I'm not betting player props. Even with baseball, I love the RBI prop in baseball, and we got crushed in our RBI props this year. Now, they were all basically plus money player props. It's not like we're taking Judge minus 170 for an RBI. No, I feel, I'm going to take this off. I don't think I'm just lecturing Lane here. When you come into a show, mine or anybody else's for that matter, and you got a host who's giving out huge money line kind of stuff, I think anybody, my daughter was watching somebody on TikTok and my son was like, that's, that talks about time. She's like, I know, I just want to see what this guy likes. And he's like, do you like these? I said, they're all huge favorites. No, I don't like any of those things. Like he's talking about, they're minus 270. Yeah, okay, yeah, minus 270. I can't give that out. I think that's a disservice. I think that's a mockery. I mean, when my 12-year-old daughter could just come in and be like, I like that team. Oh, they're minus 27. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, well, excellent. Really, really went on to your way. If you like Marquette, I take them in double digits. Yeah, I mean, bet it up if you want. Stack. You want alternate line for more plus money? I think Marquette's going to win. Or that would be my lean, I should say. I think I showed you Wild's first period on Twitter. Yes. Yeah, but you also had like a player prop in there for, what was that, Plumlee? T-Money? Blackhawks 2-1 first period. Seriously, right? It's even money. This seems odd to me. Right? I mean, is that as bad as they are? I see minus a half or plus money says that either this score is 1-1 or there's no scoring. I can't get behind it. The total is 6 in the game. I'd have to bet the over. Because I think they're telling you that Chicago scores. I don't think they're shutting teams out and whoever wins, Minnesota wins 2-0. That's how Minnesota is. They score. Right? So you think at that minus a half at even money, it's 1-1 and this game's going over the total. In fact, I got to write it down so I remember. Mini cold cash over 6. I wrote it down. I'm gonna put it on the site. I'm gonna bet it myself. Greg, what do you think about the Rockets of Portland tonight? Well, Portland's in Dallas tonight. Last I checked. Maybe is this tomorrow's? Is this Saturday's game? The Rockets in Portland?
Yeah, Portland's in Houston tomorrow.
Okay.
Yep.
I would lean Rockets again. I mean, Portland's playing Dallas tonight. This is a game they want to prove themselves against, right? It's like we got Dallas, so I think this is where you want to prove that you're a good team. Or, I mean, are they going to just sit guys out and say, "Forget this game, let's win tomorrow"? No, you got 60 wins. You're playing good ball right now. Give me the Rockets tomorrow, especially if this is a close game where they're going all out. I'm never laying $4. I can't do that. That's message after tonight. Listen, you mess me all you want. I just I can't get into the let's do these player props. One, I don't know enough about these players. I can't do it. I can't. Who's sitting out? No, thank you. Are there angles? Absolutely. I know guys who make money. I know guys bet a lot more than me, and that's all they love are player props. That's all they like to bet. And these were guys 20 years ago are straight side total guys, and they've totally moved into a player prop side of things. I'm not there. I'm not there. And I said this when we first started, like last year. Mike brought up like last year's show. Like we didn't even have a name. We got into baseball season. We didn't have a name for the show. We're just kind of like, hey, here we are. What's up, everybody? And everybody was jumping on like strikeout props for pitchers, first 5Ks, and stuff like that. And I'm like, these are things that I really don't bet on. I don't want to come into a chat where, again, okay, it's a few hundred people watch it every day, and that's fine. It could be 100, 1,000, 10,000, 5 people. I don't want to come in and just give you something half off the cuff that I don't know. I don't want to do that. I could come in and I come in and give you sides on every NBA game, player props, and when they all lose, then what? Then I turn into another guy's show. Then I'm like a bunch of shows on here that don't know what the heck they're doing. That's not what I do. I'm not, I'm not for everybody. My show is 100% different than everybody else's show. Keaty's going to get hurt. Yeah. Raptors by 14. I'm waiting for midday money hot stove section. Yeah, you want to do a little. So, where's Michael here? I don't know how he feels about Correa. I saw somebody on Twitter saying like, "Oh, I can't believe the Giants overpaid for Correa." You're not overpaying when the market's been set. Sorry that you got Bogarts until 41. The market's been set. Somebody paid Judge till he's 40, 41 years old. Correa is 28. His contract is he's what, 2 or 3 years younger than Judge, and his contract's for $13 million less a year. Good job, San Fran. And let's be honest. Could they went out and maybe sign Rodon or whatever? They're in a tough spot. All right. They got Correa locked up. Obviously, Ohtani's the big prize next year. You're in a division with the Dodgers, who can't really spend right now because of the Bauer stuff we talked about. Padres are all in. And you got an Arizona team that could be a little dangerous with money to spend. I mean, and we could talk about, my buddy was texting me like, what were the A's doing trading Murphy? He's got 3 years left on his contract. And of course, they got nothing back in return there. They could have gotten a little better prospects. What are the A's doing? Where are you? Houston's defending champs, multiple World Series champion. Seattle is all in still. They're gunning. And they're young, and they're going to be good. They'll be a playoff wildcard team, whatever you want to call them. Texas has spent, $1 billion basically the last 2 years on players. They're in. What are the A's doing? Trade your guy, but at least get something back in return who's a decent prospect. The A's are in a tough spot. You got 2 legit World Series teams in Houston, Seattle. You got the Rangers who say, you know what? We might be a wildcard team. Things break right, and that's what it's about. Things breaking right. And then there are the Angels with the 2 highest played or before the season ended. Now it's, obviously things have changed lately. Rendon and Trout were 2 to 3 highest paid players in baseball. And you got Ohtani. So arguably 2 of the top players in baseball, Ohtani and Trout. Can they get pitching? Things have to break right for your team to to win. We said this all the time. There's some more hot stove for you, Anthony. Not all player props have juice. Ones I showed you are -1. Oh no, I'm not saying that, Timo. That wasn't just meant for you. I just sometimes this is going back to like baseball season. We're looking at props and they're just like Judge Ribbies were minus like 145, 150s. Him to hit a home run, they went from $3 down to $1.10. Like stuff like that. I'm not doing that. Like player props in the NBA. I don't like NBA, so I'm not looking at any player props in the NBA. Especially when guys want to sit out 5 minutes before game time. You're winning them. Hats off to you. Many ways to skin a cat. TJ Harvey. What happened to PJ Harvey? Anybody remember PJ Harvey? Little fish, swimming in the corner. Come down here, give me my daughter. PJ Harvey, down by the water. Anybody? Houston Rodeo next year. All right. Giddy up. Giddy up. Houston Rodeo. People that tell people to get heavy fade. People that tell people to bet heavy money line fades are just people looking to get heavy dollars. Listen, I can't. There are plenty of. We see this kind of stuff. Let's just take this team money line. All right. See how that works out for you. I'm not talking for a day or two or a week. You might make a little money. Do it for a year. Do it for 3. Do it for 11. Do it for 17. Do it for 26. Let me know how that works out. Buying 240s, 340s, 220 baseballs all the time, 175s. Let me know how that works out long term. You're not going to find a guy who says that's profitable. It's Rockets and Trailblazers. Yes, tomorrow. And I'm telling you right now, we'll be on the Rockets. I'm hoping for the Trailblazers to be in a dogfight tonight, and it's Rockets again tomorrow. How we think is to make profits and money over time. Yeah, that's how I think. And as I mentioned, NBA, 19 games at plus 335. College basketball, 300 games. All right, and I'm plus 1,500, whatever I am. If things are going well, NFL, great season. Why am I running to bet hockey, NBA? I mean, bowl games are one thing, but if you're making money in something, refine it, get better at it, keep making money at it. No reason to I'm gonna go dabble in this over here. Major League Baseball comes, I dive headfirst into the deep end. Let's go. 9 games on opening day, 6 dogs, 3 run lines, and we're off to the races. College basketball, 20 games opening day. We go 15-6 or whatever we do, and we're off. And you think I'm doing that in the NBA or hockey? You're out of your mind. Man, Legs, I like you for who you are. I appreciate it, Markel. I appreciate it. Browns under 40 is gone 37.5. Even at 40 against who they got? Baltimore was I don't know. Can even here, don't be sick because I can see some points in this game, believe it or not. The 2017 World Series DVD. I like Midday Money, but we need to add a special guest appearance from Miss Danica every now and then to keep up with Tim. Where's Miss Danica? She has not been around, Miss Danica, for the last couple of weeks. I've not seen Miss Danica. Break out the pen and put me down for Mississippi Valley State Tulsa under. I'm going to stand on play today and come back here for my whooping tomorrow. Lane. Tulsa under 136.5. Asked for pen. Asked for pen. Even wrote it down. Where is it? Asked for pen.
Oh, we can ask for pen now? In that case.
Baseball props, anything got discussed. I forgot that. Yeah. Not good. But again, you have to, if the props were good for a little bit, the Ruby props at, plus money, then you're down. You got to say, you know what? I'm not doing them anymore. No, thank you. I'll keep on my baseball, straight bets. It's football season. We're winning. And you already mean my favorite handicapper. One other thing I like is that as far as betting style, well, but I won't mention here, you're well knowledge. Listen, I think I'm knowledgeable. I've done it a long time. Is it Is it 100% going to make money every single time? Nothing does. It's a little insight. It's into my way of thinking. It's different than everybody else's way of thinking. Listen, if I wanted to be like everybody else's way of thinking, I would have went to college, become a broadcaster, and got a job on a TV station. Does that make me a good bettor? No, man, it takes time. Sometimes you got to bet your guts. Sometimes you got to be able to say, I'm not betting that. Sometimes you got to be like, you know what? I got to take it. It's there. But to do that, you have to have a little bankroll. You have to grind out for a while. It's not, and that's the problem. You turn on TV and you see these ads for these sports books. It's like crazy. People are gonna get crushed. This is like online poker in college in like the 90s, 2000s. People are gonna get buried. Get buried doing this kind of nonsense. I guess it's easy. Kids live at home and want to follow some wacko. And I've said before, people in my bet size, dude, I bet 25 college basketball games. Do you think I'm putting 2 dimes across the board? No, we're going 300, 500. I mean, I go 3 and 10, 3 and 15. It happens. You lose a leg like that, you get chopped up. All right, we gotta get out of here. It's after 1. See everybody tomorrow again for the other channels. Winning free picks. Get there. We'll see you all on a